And I think positioning has drastically increased in the recent times with this lot of influences and personal branded entities who have come into the play. And I think a lot of CEOs in Tamil Nadu itself, like Achi CEO has come inside. I think I recently saw Pothis is also doing the same.
Pothis, Mr. Ramesh.
He's also come into the ads, right? So it has become a very crucial part. I think Legend Saravana Stores has paved the way for that.
And yes, Vasant & Co. In Tamil Nadu, I always think it is Mr.
Yeah, it's Vasant & Co. And because like we've spoken about them in our podcast in 2019, and it's 2023, and all these other players are coming into play. And what do you think is the significant mind shift in the people when they see a CEO who's actually, because Lalita Jewelry is doing amazing things.
Lalita.
And I don't think people have actually heard his actual voice because he uses a dub artist for his voice. And I think I saw one of his interviews, I was like, it's not his voice then? So I was like dumbstruck because I was listening to a voice that was not his. And when I actually found it to be, I felt, somewhat distant.
Cheated. The basic thing is, cheated.
Yeah. But I don't feel the same way about Legend Saravana Stores because it's like he's actually him.
He's a legit person.
Yeah. So, and what do you think is the shift that people have had in this view where they are seeing CEOs as the brand value and not celebrities? Right?
So, this was there only in the political realm before it came into the business realm. You see leaders of political parties, And when we see Tamil Nadu, for example, most of our winning leaders were from cinema. Right. So basically they were good speakers, they are good attention grabbers, and people just blindly trusted them. And now there is this new shift where, business also needs to become like politics. We have always spoken how both these corporates or corporations are trying to act like same. So now even these people are now forced into doing this. And when you said Lalita Jeweler, and the incident that you had, that once you heard the voice and you felt cheated, we are all social media consumers. So the ad that he actually makes is for the tier 3 audience, right? Tier 3 audience, and not netizens like you and I. So they don't feel cheated yet,
right? So they won't ever hear the voice.
They won't ever hear the voice. So
I guess he's a native Malayali. I guess that's why his voice was different. He's a native Malayali. I guess, yeah.
Sure, Gold is Malayali.
Okay. Yeah.
Malayali or Marwadi?
Yeah.
Okay. So you felt cheated because of that, and recently now we are feeling a lot of being cheated by our politicians, which past it was not like that. A lot of people praised all our politicians. I remember people having MGR, Amma, all
to their skin.
To their skin. Even after all these people died, they believed in them because reality was not shown so much outside. We did not have a media called social media.
Right.
The only media that was available was TV, and it was highly, manipulated by these guys sitting on top. Right. So you can tell them whatever you want, and newspaper you can tell them whatever you want. You can show them whatever you want. But right now you have something called social media. You have something called internet, where people are able to easily capture all this mistake. Immediately. I might make a mistake, and I'm a politician and I'm making a mistake. You are somewhere there recording it with your own phone, and you don't need high equipments. Previously to record something, you need to have costly equipments, which a common person cannot have.
I think we went to a hospital opening, and all the reporters were shooting
on phones. So now, everything is happening on phone. So even a common man can capture any person's flaw and what is the opposite of flaw? Pro and con.
Yeah.
So, and now as people are understanding the cons so much, and the netizen community or the internet community or the youths, they are seeing so much of these, the wrong things that are happening in politics. Similarly, it is happening in business. And the reason why these people have now, they are all the, boomer business, basically. All the people that whom we spoke about, artists, these business would have been in society for more than 30 years or 40 years. Legacy businesses, family-run businesses. So now they have so much of wealth, and they have to keep up with this wealth. So to promote themselves, they are promoting themselves like this. But once these people again enter into social media, they will see their downfall. They have to see their downfall. It is not going to be all pros. So at any point, authenticity is what will help all these business owners also. But they have to come into social media very soon. There is no stopping. TV ads and all these things, are going to help them for a very small time, because the people...
A certain thump of things and then
No,
go
it
down.
is not more than for the next 5 years.
Yeah.
Because, people who are manipulated by TV advertisements are much, the people holding money, the age group of people who are manipulated by TV advertisements are much less. So they have to come into social media, and when they have to come into social media, they have to come clean into
Right.
social media.
No.
And they have to share their personal lives also.
Also, yeah, because like I was talking to my mother about this, where MGR got selected when he was in a very serious condition.
In hospital.
Hospital. So my mom said, think of a scenario where people are voting for a person who may not live the next day, and if he's elected, how will he handle the country or how will he handle the state? But still voted for him because of his personal branding. And she says like that is the power that he had at that time.
Power
Right?
of influence. It's not
Influence,
power, it's
yeah.
the influence that he had.
And with this personal branding also, like he was positioned as a certain thing where like no people will say, like no person will say like
He is
MGR,
bad.
you can't see him as a
can't
bad
say
person.
he's bad.
Yeah, and you will say like people will view Nambiar as a very
Bad
negative person because of his positioning that
They
all of us
had
had.
on cinemas.
My attai and all, they watch the serials, and she will always say there'll be a like serial where like the heroine and the Willy would be like two against each other, but they'll be very close as friends in real life.
Real life.
And some people who watch the serial will see them in real life shopping together or something. They're like, why are you roaming with her? She is like, so then I understood, okay, it's like it's come to a point where they think they are part of our lives, and that is the power of influence that this personal branding can build.
Okay.
And that is what we are teaching our hospital doctors also, because we recently had one of our doctors where a patient came and they searched for the doctor online and they didn't find them online.
So now the thing is, good doctors,
Yeah.
doctors who do healthcare as a service, doctors who do healthcare, who are expertise in their healthcare, only people with all these criteria will survive on social media, will become healthcare influencers. So
It has become the norm.
it will become the norm. Right now, it is not the norm, because right now people are trying, but within the next 5 years, just like what happened to all these business owners,
Right.
it will happen to them. I am sure a lot of Chennai Silks business or Pothys business are being split to other small social media influencers,
Right. Lifestyle bloggers.
lifestyle bloggers, and so this is one reason why they are all forced to come into
Right.
this
This
media.
personified thing, right? That they're doing. Yeah. And also when you think about personal branding, and people think like, if I make content for 1 month or 2 months, can I become like this? And we always say it is a very long journey, because it took us 5 to 6 years to understand the niche. Because like I know you have called me up and said like, can we do something for the jewelry business? Can we do something for the real estate business? But healthcare stuck to us because it was right in the place and we were at the right time. But had we not sustained for the past 5 years, we would not have ever touched this market, tapped this market. So businesses should try to push themselves as something that they truly believe in and their core values are aligned, so that eventually they'll find the direction of what the company is going to. And it is also dependent on what the internal people's decisions are, and if the person who is on the top will also have to have the same consistency and the vision that the entire company has to run it. And do you think in the near future, like I've heard this saying where the future resume is going to be your digital footprint?
Reach Skyline. Embrace digital.